Hello everyone, my name is MC Dino123 and today we are going to be building a cute house. You can use any type of wood, but for this I'm using cherry. So the building materials we have are as follows: sandstone slabs, leaves, logs, stripped logs, hanging signs, cobblestone slab, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, planks, stairs, slabs, glass pane, glass blocks, fences, trapdoors, and a regular door, along with fence gates. So to start, you're going to use a cherry log, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and cobblestone slab. We're just going to place a cherry log and then count to 10. And on your 10th block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On your 10th block, you're going to place another cherry log, and then you're going to fill it up with cobblestone. So the mossy cobblestone is optional to do in this part, but I like to give my foundation a bit of texture. So real quick, I'm just going to mark the middle. This just gives me a good idea of where the door is going to need to be once I build it. But this is just the foundation, which is going to be part of our basement. So we're not going to put the door there quite yet. I'm just texturing the foundation with mossy cobblestone, building it up a bit. And I thought about adding a slab there, but I'm not gonna. So now I'm taking the cherry logs and expanding it up a bit. We're going to move it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. And once you get it up to 5 blocks on each side, you're going to go ahead and switch over to your cherry stripped logs. So now that we have our stripped logs out, we're just going to build it across here. And yeah, there we go. Okay, you don't have to fill in this part because we're going to have it open later, but I'm filling it up for now. The reason I'm doing this is because I already have a good sense of where the middle is. Even though we're going to use it again and open it, I just want to make sure that I have a clean slate. Kind of to explain what I'm doing right now is I'm currently trying to build the stairs to the house. You can do it with a stair block, or you can do it the way I'm doing it, where I just do this interesting pattern to make the stairs. I'm making sure to leave a half slab space in between each half slab just to make sure that it looks aesthetically pleasing and it's functional at the same time. So currently just placing those half slabs and finishing off those stairs and now I'm breaking the edges just to place the leaves better and filling in those gaps. Next, we are moving on to the cherry leaves. I'm just going to be placing them inside this little gap right here, and also on the outside to make like a little leaf-like kind of block, almost like a hedge. And once you're placing them outside, you can kind of place them randomly, or you can follow my placements as a guide. But it really doesn't matter because it's all for decoration, and whatever you do, I'm sure it'll be great. So I'm just like randomizing the placements of these leaves here, kind of making it look good with the slabs that I have placed on the side. Next, we're going to move on to these logs, and we're also going to make sure to get your slab, your trapdoor, your planks, and your stairs. So for this part of the build, you're going to count up 3 and just place 3 logs upwards. Then you're going to switch to cherry planks and fill in the first thing before placing stairs up and down like that on both sides. Then moving into your slabs and filling the top in with slabs, but leaving the middle out for some planks. Aw, look at that, it's a heart. Okay, and for this part, you're actually going to use your cherry planks, and you're just going to place 2 on each side of the middle to make your door frame almost, and then you're going to fill in that spot with slabs. Then you're going to place the stairs like so, and just replace the slab right there with another stair. Then you're going to want to place cute little trapdoors in between each little gap between the stairs. For this next part of the build, you're going to need smooth sandstone, white glass panes, and your planks. So you're going to move over and you're going to be placing the first row of smooth sandstone just along the front. Later on, we're going to fill in a square of this, but currently we're just going to leave it like that. Now we're going to take the cherry planks and place it 3 on each side of your window before filling it in with white stained glass panes, or any type of glass that you can use. It's interchangeable. I'm just speeding up this next side. Now you're going to break the 2 sandstone on the side because you don't want it there. And for this top, you're going to place your light block of choice and a trapdoor on all 3 top blocks. Next, you're going to need a door, and we're just going to go ahead and place it right at the front. And isn't that just perfect? All right, Now we're gonna fill in a box of sandstone, so we're just gonna count it out. And in order to make a perfect square, we're gonna be counting to 8 on each one, but the middle one will be 7 so that you can just build it out right there. And so now we're creating a perfect square. I'm currently filling in this square all the way with the smooth sandstone. If you don't have access to sandstone, you can use another light colored block. Right now I'm just placing the logs and adding texture with the mossy cobblestone over the cobblestone I just filled in with the bottom, basically just mirroring the front of the build. And I lost this footage again. Ignore the wall for now because we're going to place it later, but this is a reenactment of me placing the stripped logs along the side. So now we're just filling in the walls and leaving a 3x3 space for the windows on the right and left sides. And finally, we're just going to fill in this back wall. The back wall will have no windows, so you can just go ahead and fill it in however you like with the planks. For this next part, you're going to be taking your white stained glass and filling in the 2 windows on the sides. For this next part, you're going to need cherry stairs, a cherry trapdoor, cherry fence, and cherry fence gates. You're going to begin with the cherry stairs and just go along the back wall. This is to separate your chests or books from the rest of the build and kind of create a more tighter space that feels a lot more welcoming and cozy, like so. For this next part, you have 2 options. You can either place the fences and fence gates in here, like so, in this unique pattern that makes it look really pretty and is kind of just like a centerpiece for your build, making it very aesthetically pleasing and just more interesting to look at. Whereas your other option is a bubble elevator from the basement to the roof of the building, which I'll be showing you how to make shortly. On the 2 sides, I'm going to place chests, alternating it with trap chests so that they remain single, or you can make them double by just placing 2 regular chests together. You can also place books here as well. This is the alternate version I'm going to be showing you, where we just break all of this and replace it entirely with a bubble elevator. So let's get into that. I'm going to start off with the cherry planks and cherry trapdoors and the sandstone. I'm going to place the trapdoors along the side just to make sure that it goes all the way to the top so that we can get a nice clean elevator, break the bottom, and repeat the same thing on the bottom. This is about to get a little complex because we got to dig a little here, but that is a-okay. Alright, so we're going to break the sandstone block and 2 under it until you get to the bedrock. Then replace that with a smooth sandstone and break the walls, just filling in all the walls with the sandstone so that it can create a cute little hole there. And you're going to break the blocks around it as well and extend the cherry trapdoors to the floor. Now you're going to fill in the back with smooth sandstone, and you're going to place the planks along the walls so that the water won't flow out into your build, which things will get pretty hectic very soon. I'm just going to get some water real quick and fill each individual block up with water. It will not work if you don't fill up every block with water. Next, you're just going to place soul sand at the bottom to create your bubble elevator, which will take you to the roof. Okay, let's deal with this situation now. We're going to break all of the planks and the water's going to flow, but don't panic. We're going to place the cherry fence gates twice so that you can safely walk through them and open the fence gates. Now you have your bubble elevator at the top floor finished, and we're just going to go quickly down to the bottom floor and fix that real quick. So just place your 2 cherry fence gates and then place your cherry trapdoor right on top, or whatever type of wood you're using. And make sure to remember to open those gates. We are now going to fill in the entire roof with cobblestone, leaving 1 block in between the exterior and interior because we're going to place something else there. If you want your chest to function, you got to place slabs over the top of your chest, but that's okay because it'll still look great. And make sure to leave a hole where your bubble elevator is because you don't want to hit your head on the ceiling on your way up. For this next part, you're going to need cherry logs, stripped cherry logs, a fence, and a fence gate. You're going to start off by placing the cherry logs on the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 up. And then you're going to alternate with the cherry fence gate and the cherry fence on each one. Like so. There we go. It's looking very cute already. Just count up to 4 on this side as well. Doing the same to all sides of the build, just count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're going to switch to strip cherry logs, and on all the other sides besides the front, you're going to just fill it in like so, like you did with the first floor. And now you're ready to elongate the cherry fences again up one more block, just so that you're able to not fall off the edge, because right here we're going to put a balcony. Next, you're going to take your cherry planks, your cherry fence, and your cherry slab, and just place the 2 fences on the side, then move in with your cherry planks and move it up 3. And then for now I connected the slabs to the cherry planks, but I'm going to delete this later. I just have to include it anyways, but you can ignore that. So I'm filling in the walls now and just going all the way. We're making a window at the back, and it's going to be pretty big, and then you're just going to fill it in all the way, along with this, leaving the center open for a door. And 1 block away from your door hole, you're going to be making a window space, so make it a 2 by 1, and then you're going to be filling in the back wall with white stained glass, and your front 2 panes you're going to be filling in with the white stained glass panes, just to create that extra dimension in your windows. Now we're going to start working on the roof of the house. You're just going to fill in the side, and then every block you're going to move it up 1/2 slab, so just like so. And then you're going to repeat the same thing on the back, and I'm just going to speed this up real quick. Just remember to move it up 1/2 block every block. Just move it up 1/2 block instead of your traditional block. And now we're just going to fill in the center with the slabs so that you can get the tallest roof possible from the inside of the build. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. You can just break it and start right over. Just extending it over real quick, and now we're done with our roof. The house is looking so good, but I think it's about time we break this little patio thing and just break the logs down by 2. Now we're going to take the cherry door and place the cherry door on the outside like so. I'm going to move it back 1 though, just going to place it backwards so that it adds some dimension to the build. Now I'm just going to go in and place some lights around the place just to light it up because it's getting dark and I don't want mobs to spawn. I'm using that bubble elevator to place some lights on the inside, and we're going to work on the entry to the basement very soon and the exit from the upstairs. So just going to add some lights real quick down here. And now that I'm finally finished with the lights, I'm going to break this grass down and get ready to build the floor and just everything else with the basement. Finish the basement up so that it's usable. I'm going to use strip cherry logs to place along the side of the wall. Oh, and I'm trying to get that block in the middle. You don't have to replace that. I just didn't want it to be sandstone because I thought it would look better as a strip log. Now I'm just placing strip logs along the sides like so. Make sure that they're all facing the same direction though, because if you place them facing the wrong direction, it'll look a little weird. Anyways, once that's finished, we're going to get working on the floor. Just going to break the dirt down here and replace it all with the smooth sandstone. I think that it's turning out really good, and the basement really comes together once you get this light color on the floor. Feels less creepy and more like home. Now that we're done with the floor, we're going to work on the outside. So we're going to find the middle and break it, and you're going to find the leaves will be there. If it's not, you might be on the wrong side of the build. So you're just going to break out until you can't see the leaves anymore, and 1 block past the leaves so that you can go out safely without hitting your head on top of the leaves. Now we're going to place the stairs on both sides along with the door right here. And yeah, you're just going to put the stairs there, and you'll be able to get out very easily. And quick outside access, I'm breaking the floor with cobblestone and replacing it with the cobblestone just to get a better feel of the land so that it looks nicer and feels nicer while you're exiting. It feels like a part of your home. And gaps mean everything. You can fill this in with the logs or whatever block you have. Just don't leave it dirt, please. Now we're placing the leaves on the top, and it really helps the house come together because the top looks kind of ugly without the leaves there. But once you add these leaves, it's going to feel a lot more lively. Now we're going to switch to the hanging sign, which is my personal favorite part. I'm going to take the cherry fence, place the hanging sign right under it. With this hanging sign, you can write whatever you want, but I'm just going to write something simple like Home Sweet Home, because I think that really speaks to this build as just a really sweet home. And I'm going to be building the stairs now up to the top so that you can get access to it if you don't have the bubble elevator, and you can get off of it if you do have the bubble elevator, because the bubble elevator doesn't go down if you haven't noticed. So I'm just going to be placing the stairs along the side in this pattern, and I will place that dirt block later. I know it's bugging you, so let's just get the dirt there really quick. Alright, and it's looking great, and now we're just going to place the trapdoors on the side just so that you don't fall, because that would really be sad if you did fall. And it should just look like so when you're finished with it. This part is completely optional, but I'm going in right now and placing some flowers around just to make it more decorative and feel really at home, like I'm really bringing out this flower forest vibes. Just always remember that outdoor decorations always add a lot to your build, and I strongly encourage you add some type of plant alongside your house, even if it's just more leaves. Now for the top, I'm just going to add 2 cherry trapdoors to make it really feel complete, and then over the door just 3 like so along the top, and then 2 along both sides just to make it feel a lot more at home. And along the back, I'm just going to make this window pop out a little better and feel a lot more like vibey by placing the cobblestone like this and the trap doors like this around it. I'm also going to be placing fences along the side and trap doors along the top just to make it bring out a bit. Now I'm alternating fences again because I really love when you place alternating fences. I just think it's so pretty. Just adding a little bit more leaf piles to feel a lot more at home. Just scattering the leaves about on the side and the back, making it feel a lot more pretty and a lot more put together. And we finally finished our happy home. In the next few episodes of this series, I will be decorating it, so please stay tuned. And with that, I'd like to say goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching.